This is the part 3 of the Brattian War, and so far what we have to do here, basically, is we just... So, if you haven't seen part 1 and 2, basically, go do that, because I'm not going over it. But basically where we are is that Mount Asia is ready to cross the Nation Mountains into, Yumashu. But, they decided, hey, maybe let's not cross the mountains to head into a different country, because that's very dangerous. That's when they realized they have this river that flows north, because no, not all rivers flow south, you dimwats. So basically, they decided to use the river instead of crossing the mountain. So heading up here from the river, that is flowing from here to here, all the way up here, this part flows south. This part flows north. It is a very confusing river, and I can do whatever I want because this is my series. Shut up. So, once they head up north here, they hop into boats up north. This causes some skirmishes to take place on. Causes some skirmishes to take part in. They take part in around this area right here, where the Najin invasion first begins. Begins with them spreading their troops out across up the river, though Yumashu does take back some land up here, and I gotta do this back and just kind of boop. And hold on, y'all, I gotta restart the entire thing I've done so far. Okay, so they head up north here through the river, and kind of just head up here alongside the coast of the river itself, before also just kind of branching out over here and fighting a couple battles. Now, of course, they are pushed back, but basically Najia's goal, as this is much more of a homeland invasion than this invasion ever was. Over here, I do. Oh, it's because of the tolerance level. Because this invasion was not really much. So they just don't really see Britia as that big of a threat. Also, these guys, also Solidor and Inarichi, they're not going to be doing much for this entire war. But if we head back over here, Britia is basically pushed out of mainland, as well as Snakeville being taken back from them. All they have is this little like square strip over here underneath, and that's slowly just being eaten and it's away at by Yumashan forces. We won't be focusing much on Green Mountain this episode. Probably next episode, because yes, there probably will be a part 4. So using this, they expand the conflict even farther, heading over here and making sure to take out all the enemies from the mountain. Their main goal at this point is just to capture this stretch of this river here, to where they should be able to finally just kind of chill out. Chill out here, and hopefully by capturing this river, taking away a very large vantage point for the Imashans, that they might just go ahead and surrender. Stretching up north, they come even closer to completing their goal, until some Imashans meet them here in this area, which leads to a very large counter attack / siege, which ends in the deaths of over 6,000 Nejians. And they get pushed down pretty far during the Tonga campaign, pushing over here and even separating a little place from them. Over here we head to this city. Oh, I wonder what's going on with it. It's still holding out. Guess what? Even gained back some land here. Meaning that, yeah, that the nearly 2 to 3 long year old battle that's happening here is still ongoing, and it's going to be going for a much longer time. They continue pushing up here, and and do gain back a lot of territory they lost during the Tongan campaign, crossing the mountains kind of here, and then just kind of just continue spreading out their forces. Forces getting back a lot of land, though they are pushed back here on the mountainous area, and even are pushed back into the mountains a little bit. Basically, that just kind of happened and almost ended the entire conflict here, as the invasion into the mountains almost made the nation citizens to force revolt, and basically for them to end the war, because this is not exactly profitable and beneficial war for Necia, and it's really just a war to help out um, Britain, Britia, Britannia. Brattian War. It's the Brattian War, not Britannia War. Okay, so they continue heading up north here and basically capture this entire stretch of the river after about a year and a half of fighting, just like they hoped they would. But their forces are kind of skinnied out, as they do end up losing a lot of territory, as well as the Martians attempting to cross the mountains, which goes horribly for them, as they have no idea what these mountains actually are really like, because they don't have any like real control with them. So they push them back greatly and greatly launching invasion from over here, as well as just kind of just crossing the mountains overall. Yumashu at this point, his forces are so stretched out within Green Mountain, Yumashu itself, and now this extremely worrying invasion by the Nishins. See, I told you eventually they'd do something. I continue pushing up north here, as north here trying to kind of make a wrap here to reconnect to the city. A city that's been holding up for literal years. And basically just trying to test it. To truly and actually make good stuff, like do good. As they make down this river here, and at this point, it's just small forces of. It's really just kind of small forces and packs of Nejian troops doing this. Basically, this is where like they kind of just get chased for a little bit. They're being pushed back, and they're just getting territory. They're just regaining their territory as well. But they end up stretching around this river here. You head around, encircling these forces, and just kind of taking them out of the wall. They continue their invasion from the north here, and just kind of continuing to batter it down and